Hello everybody, welcome back to Shadowrun Returns Hong Kong. Today's episode brought to you by something. Alright, let's get a move on. Let's move this crate. Actually, we should probably check for loot. Yeah, might as well get going. So, in our last episode, we fought some smugglers. I explained a little bit about the game, not a whole lot. Now, I believe we are entering the city. Ooh, some new yen. Yay. But, should be fun times. Jeez. So we got an orc, or a troll, dwarf, oh gang. Crossing the street, you can make out 4 shadowy figures loitering in the plaza ahead. Troll, orc, dwarf, elf, 2 men, 2 women. They're different from the smugglers on the docks, alert, poised, professional. You can see they've made a token attempt to conceal their weapons. Yup, really concealed. Really concealed. The unspoken message is clear. We're strapped. Mind your manners. Wu stands up tall, takes the amused tone he gets whenever he's standing toe-to-toe with someone bigger, someone who doesn't know they're about to go down. Evening, folks. You got permits for those bazookas? Well, obviously. I mean, who do you think they are? What the hell is with your face? I'm sorry, you ugly. The thick troll pulls his mouth into a comic frown. Permits? Give me a minute. He makes a show of patting his pockets. Nope, guess not. I must have dropped mine in a dumpster along with the last idiot who stepped to us. Wu coolly surveys the scene, nods in a friendly fashion. Is that right? Well then. You almost feel Wu's cop training kick in. It's like watching a drone execute a command routine. He reaches for his rifle, brings it up quick, but it's too late. By the time his shoulder hits level, an assortment of nasty-looking ordnance is already trained on his head. Carter backs him up. She whips her arms forward, fists blazing with magical fire. Her eyes sweep the scene, darting from one figure to another. Alright, everyone just be cool. The thick troll's voice is casual, amused. He shakes his gun at Wu's face. A little late for that, isn't it? Let's see, raise weapon 2, put your hands in your pockets, hold up your hands, palms out. It's never late to be, yeah, let's do that. Troll winks at you and gives you his attention to Wu. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot just now. Something we can do for you, officer? His mouth breaks into a patronizing grin. Wu's jaws tighten, but his tone stays cool and controlled. I'm looking for an old man, Raymond Black. We were supposed to meet him here. You know him? Oh no. Where is he? Carter sees it too, keeps her voice neutral. Easy, Duncan. Ah, Jesus. Well, let's see. If they kidnapped the old man, they did. They didn't kidnap the old man. They have loot, so they did. That's right. Easy, Duncan. Your friend Raymond never showed. We've been waiting for the better part of an hour. His voice is steady, but it's clear and coiled. Ah, goddammit, Duncan. I don't think so. Not till I get some answers. Like? He mutters through gritted teeth. Like why a group of heavily armed assholes are meeting a little old man in a construction site at midnight. The orc girl chimes in. Her tone is light. She's trying to defuse the situation. We do odd jobs for money. Wu speaks softly, but you know that he means he's reaching the end of his rope. He cracks his neck. Pop, pop. I could use a neck pop too. What kind of jobs? She gets a wry look in her eyes. Her answer is flippant. Odd jobs. This and that. Well, can tell where this is going. So this is probably a group of Shadowrunners that Raymond hired. The troll's yellow-brown tusks shift into a smile again. Kinda, yeah. The old man hired us to take you all on an excursion. Hired you? They're an odd assortment, a cybered-up troll, an orc girl with magical fetishes. So magical fetishes, just so you know, usually mean that it's a shaman or, well, it's generally a shaman. So shamans commune with the spirits and the like, and they use these fetishes to commune with them. I guess I never really explained why shamans are can build a different story. They can commune actually with the dead or with the emotions of a building. So like when in Dragonfall, for example, there's a scene where you're doing a heist in a tech lab or something, and you commune with actually this dumpster which had human blood in it, and the human blood actually belonged to this child, and basically he explained to you by communing with the dead that this place is actually built for human experimentation and the sort, and it like added another layer, and you knew what you were walking into from then on. But anyway, back to the story. They're an odd assortment, a cybered-up troll, an orc girl with magical fetishes, a dwarf with a cyber deck slung on her back, a tall elf standing behind them quietly, inscrutable. All guns trained on Wu. Understanding spreads across Wu's face. His jaw tightens. You Shadowrunners. Called it. Wu's shoulders creep up, his stance tightens. This is bullshit. Raymond would never hire Shadowrunners. They're criminals. Mercenary operatives. Ah, damn. The dwarf cuts in, her voice soft but strong. Criminal mercenary operatives. So yeah, you were right. Your buddy Raymond was associating with a bunch of hardened criminals. The troll tosses Wu sideways smile. I want to shoot this fucking smoke prick, while staring down the barrel of his gun. Sorry to burst your bubble, Lone Star. I guess you didn't know the old man as well as you thought, huh? Wu tries to shake it off, but he's struggling to process the information. You can feel the heat coming off of him. The runners sense it too, and they tense up tight. They're keyed on Duncan, and their guns are big. The looks on their faces make it clear. One wrong bead of sweat, and Wu's going down in a red mist cloud. Carter remains completely still. Her voice is level, moderate. She's done this before. Let's all stay focused. No need for this to get ugly. She's right. Let's focus on Raymond. You could tell the orc girl's had enough of the tension. She blurts out, the old man wanted us to take him into Kowloon Walled City. She waves a hand at the three of you. You too. Two large rats clinging to her hip and shoulder poke their heads out of the folds of her clothing. They fix their beady eyes on you intently. You know the Walled City? Hmm. This girl sneers, rolling her eyes. It's a shithole. The worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere. Memories of growing up in the Redmond Barrens flash through your mind. We get it. It's a real bad place. Now why would a little old man pay you to take him there? Door standing next to her nods and jumps in. Wouldn't say he mumbled a lot, too. He just kept rambling on and on about how he had to get in. Under ordinary circumstances, I never would have accepted the gig. The walled city's the last place I want to go. But the old man rolled up a truckload of new yen. And you gotta eat, right? Fuck this guy. Wu risked a glance at you. His weapon remains trained on the Shadowrunners, but a flicker of uncertainty plays across his face. Interesting story. Seems like a good time to ramp down. Don't you think? Let's say we believe you. What now? Why would Raymond want to enter the walls? The troll flashes you a smile. That's all tusk and no warmth. Okay, gang. I'll tell you what. He looks at his team and slowly starts to lower his weapon. We're all gonna put our guns down. Jesus! What the fuck? Aw, oh, man, and I liked Carter. The sound of high-caliber rifle shots hangs in the air. The red dots of laser sights sweep the area. Carter, the troll, and the silent elf lie dead in widening pools of blood, their heads broken open like melons dropped from 4 stories. Oh no, Carter. Nightjar. What? Who has the name like that? Nightjar. Nightjar, come on, puke man. Talk to me. Gunshot? No, no. He turns to the dwarf, her eyes wild with fear. Oh shit, this isn't good. This is the police. Lay down your weapons, put your hands behind. Oh shit. And come out where we can see you. Officer on the Duncan Wu and Lark Highwind. Come out where we can see you. You have 3 seconds. Dunn crouches behind cover, his gaze locked on Carter's corpse. His voice comes out in a hoarse roar. Stand down, damn it! I'm law enforcement. Lone Star, Lone Star. The dwarf shakes her head at him. Her voice is flat. Save your breath. They won't listen. Use your eyes. These bastards aren't here to make arrests. Sniper shot hits the wall next to her head, showering her with an explosion of plaster. Everyone pipe down, just give me a minute. Rat girl stares at the ground intently as if listening. Her brow furrows, her eyes go beady, and her nose wrinkles up. She begins to sway back and forth, her lips moving soundlessly. She snaps out of her trance. Okay, I've got a way out of here. It's at the end of the street. Everyone come with me. Everyone, we don't need the rent-a-cops. Gobbit, we're the only ones. The little orc whips her head towards her friend. Their extra firepower is, I've got us an exit, but we've got to get past the heat. We can't shoot our way out of this on our own. If nothing else, they can soak up a few rounds for us. Oh, thanks! She turns to you, her pupils pinpricks of intensity. Just stick to cover and keep close. There's a door down the street that leads to the back alley. That's our exit point. You fall behind, you get left behind. Alright. Okay, so we're avoiding those. Okay, so let's go over there. Let's see. you over there. Or are we supposed to go over by the captains? No, that just looks like more cops. Let's get you over there. Pretty good shots for police officers, yeah. Alright, let's see. 0, 0, damn it. You over there. It doesn't seem we can move. Oh, we can move there. Okay. Yeah, for Shadowrunners, you guys don't really move too fast. Yeah! Focata! Really wish I remembered the control to control the camera orientation. That would help immensely. Alright. So let's just keep on going for a little bit. Alright. Shit. Was I supposed to go down here? Ah, fuck. Alright. What the hell just shot her? Oh, okay. So moving cover from cover. Gotcha. Alright, got it. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Alright. Let's see if this is the actual way we're supposed to go. I have a feeling that it's not. Alright. Do alright. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. They just didn't really give me an I mean, I guess I could have read it and actually, you know, paid attention, but mistakes happen. Have to do a little backtracking. Alright. Remember to stay in cover. that gave us enough cover to survive the first wave of cops. Well, I am glad that troll died. Ah, so we were supposed to go into the belly of the beast with the cops. See if we can't kill that sniper. Because sometimes they do add shit like that. Ah, sweet. So guys, what I just summoned there was a monsoon spirit. It's like I was saying that you can commune with the spirits of both the dead, the elements, and it's pretty much wreak unholy havoc. Ah, Jesus. Of course, it's a mage. I hate mages. Well, I hate fighting mages. I love it when they're on my side. Decking point, right? Right there. Let's move you up there. Back in the game. Ah, shit, the spirit went away. You a heal. Ooh, see, alright, so there is a difference between decking and what's also called, I believe, a rigger. So, and this shows the difference between the two. So decking is like you're a high-tech hacker and you use what's called a data board to basically plug into something random or into a port wherever you can, a connection, and hack into a terminal using actually yourself. You send yourself into there. And a rigger basically is this master engineer and just controls machines, and yeah, they're pretty cool. But that's gonna help us out immensely. Turn off drones. Alright. Yeah, that is a beautiful parking job by the cops, just saying. Acid blast! Why do you keep missing? Ah, shit. Let's haste you up. Get that fucked up. Is that a grenade launcher? Yes, please. Oh, baby. You are now my favorite. Alright. Alright. 6 damage. So we can use some time to reload. Alright. Frag grenade. Too bad we can't make cars explode. What do you think you're doing? Fucking sending acid blast at me. Fucking show you what a real acid blast looks like. Boom! Boom! And then bang. Bang. Up, up. Up with the haste. And let's reload. Get you off of spray and pray. Boom, down. For the count. Alright, just gotta stay in cover. Alright. Going. Doesn't seem like we'll run into any more problems. Kind of freaks me out that we aren't taking sniper fire. Ah, jeez, they're coming from behind. Alright. Make this a quick escape. So, really, I wouldn't have taken as much damage as I did if I had really known that to go this way first. But I guess going back there was a great way to lose that first wave. Ah, Jesus. Everyone into the building. Come on. Everybody in. Alright. Now we took a mighty fine beating. The rat shaman guides you from the doorway on the street. Blech, from the doorway on the street through the eternity of the winding alleys, damp sub-basements, and empty building, stumbling through refuse and filth. You make your way into the sewers below Victoria Harbor. It reeks down here, but it's quiet. Gobbet stops, sniffs, and wipes her eyes with the back of her wrist. Her rack squeaks softly into the folds of her clothing. The dwarf watches her silently for a moment, then moves closer and gently takes her hand. In the dim light of the sewer, you can see they're nearly the same age. No more than 20, 21 tops. What were their names? She keeps her head down and tells it to the floor. The troll you were talking to was Nightjar. He was our friend. The elf was called Gutshot. Kind of an asshole, but I didn't need to see his head splattered everywhere like that. Well, we didn't even really talk with the fucking elf. Nightjar was a good guy. Always had our backs. Isabel's and mine. Isabel, what's a zero? Nice. Nods in agreement. Her voice is flat. Rare to find a runner that you can actually trust. She looks to her friend. Are we clear? Gobbet looks back the way you came. I think we've shaken at them. She sniffs the air. Yeah, we're clear. Wu begins pacing, his boots splashing in the sewer, water creating echoes down the tunnel. You can feel the tension coming off him in waves. This is bullshit. I'm done messing around in alleys and sewers. I'm done running from the cops. He pokes his thumb at his chest and spits anger forth in a raspy growl. For fuck's sake, I am a cop. We noticed. There's a Lone Star sergeant dead back there. Damn it. Who starts to choke up. He struggles against it, fighting to maintain control. But he needs a minute to recover. He finally manages to pull it together, but he's raw when he speaks again, his voice seething and hoarse. I don't know what the hell is going on with the Hong Kong cops, but I'm calling in some Lone Star backup from home. I'm gonna get some of my own people down here. Then we're gonna find Raymond and figure out what the hell is going on. Whatever you say, big guy, you have fun with that. She looks over at her friend. They both nod. Iz and I are out of here. Best of luck finding your friend. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but I guess, no, it's not really. They're runners. Runners pretty much act like this. Of course we're gonna do something about it. In fact, we're gonna do two things. Run and hide. Like her. Look, we got you to safety, but now we're done with this shit. We don't intend to die for you. Wu isn't listening. You can see on his face he's already written the orc girl off. He pulls his security-grade PDA from his holster and on his left leg and starts tapping the buttons with meaty fingers. Lone Star logo on the back of the device is shiny and official. He stops, confused, and then taps it again harder. A red flashing image on the PDA reflects in his... What the hell? I'm blocked out of the network. He looks at you. My law enforcement status has been revoked. He goes back to the screen. I don't believe it. This is saying that there's an APB out on us, Lark. You and me both. I figured as much. You heard them all on the loudspeaker. They knew our names. Every cop in Hong Kong will be after us now. This bullshit. How do they know we are here? Just act like we knew. Wu glares at the wall, a storm raging out across his face. Fucking hell. His hand clenches into a fist around his PDA. This just keeps getting worse. He leans forward as if to punch the wall, his knuckles wrapping around softly, a pantomime of barely constrained rage. Suddenly he turns and slings the PDA at the far wall. It hits hard, bounce, and clatters on the ground at his feet. He looks down at it, spent. I like her. The orc mouths an okay to herself, eyebrows raised. And on that note, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Come on, Isabel, let's... She's cut off by the sudden smashing noise as her friend's boot comes crashing down on the PDA at Wu's feet. The dwarf looks down at her work unsatisfied and brings her boot down again and again and again till there's nothing but a snarl of plastic housing, broken glass, and a circuit board. She looks up at Wu, her chest heaving, and points at this pile of scrap she's created. Police issued, they can trace you through that. She turns to you and she turns to you. Hand out. Yours too. It's on the network. And your PDA as well. Oh yeah. You crush your PDA into shards under your foot while Isabel looks at. Good. Looks on you blankly. Good. She looks over at Gobbet's size when she then reaches into her jacket, pulling out 2 new PDAs. She hands them to you and Duncan. Burners, I suppose. It's the least we could do after your help back there. Thanks, you people always keep a... Now we get out of the sewer and head our separate ways, right, Isabel isn't listening. She's staring open-mouthed at her own PDA, its bluish glow illuminating her horrified expression. Gobbet, we gotta go now. Isabel's voice is monotone and pathetic. She holds her own PDA to show her friend. They're after us all. After us, too. Her screen displays a local newscast. Your own face stares back at you from the upper left corner of the screen. Nice. Nice. And in breaking news, just under an hour ago, Hong Kong port authorities were involved in a firefight with members of a terrorist cell linked to the mainland city of Henan. The battle left 3 terrorists dead, along with an unconfirmed number of Hong Kong police officers. Yeah, I murdered them all. They were all dead, except like 5 of them. Your image winks out and replaced by a scowling image of Duncan Wu, a mugshot from a long time ago, before Raymond. Our sources report that Seattle natives... Oh, so this is just right after I left Seattle. Okay. Natives Duncan Wu and Lark Highwind, along with the Hong Kong-based accomplices, are still at large. They are well armed and should be considered extremely dangerous. Low-res photographs of Gobbet, Isabel pop up on screen, replacing Duncan Wu. The color drains out of Gobbet's face. Oh shit. Kowloon officials report that the terrorist cell known as the White Star, well, alright, I mean, better name than I could think of, maintains ties to the state of Henan and is purported to be receiving weapons and funding from anti-corporate groups in the UCAS, city-state of Seattle. Port authorities are standing on high alert, and the Hong Kong Police Force Special Duties Unit has been engaged to deal with the threat. We go live now to our Chief Inspector Crate of the Special Duties Unit, who will be making a statement. Blah, 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 blah. We have yet to ascertain the motive for tonight's attack, but it was clearly well planned and coordinated effort. Crate sounds smooth, more like a corporate mouthpiece than a cop. We have already issued an all-points bulletin along with a killer capture order for the 4 remaining terrorists, and I have instructed the Special Duties Unit to make this manhunt a top priority. I cannot talk. She looks directly into the camera. If you see one or more of these individuals, do not attempt to engage them. Instead, tap in HKPF's flash code at the bottom of the screen. If you are an authorized network, take a picture. Nice. Decker switches off the newscast, clips of her PDA back onto her belt. For a moment, there's no sound, but a roar of sewer water flushes through the pipe. I thought we were fucked before, but now we are well and truly fucked. We'll deal with it. Not this time, Lark. They've labeled us terrorists and there's an APB out on us. I've heard this kind of announcement before. I know what comes with it. It doesn't matter if we have nothing to do with that whatever city-state. They're gonna hunt us down. It's open season. And the two of us will be hunted down right alongside you. Gobbet wide-eyes exits the Titus Springs. You can hear shallow panting as she leans towards one of them and then the other. We gotta go deep, hit the mainland for a while until we can figure this out. Find a hole to crawl into. Gobbet looks at Isabel, wipes her mouth, and points at you and Duncan. We've gotta get them off the grid too, way off. The dwarf looks up at Duncan and her large eyes narrow. Hey Lone Star, you've got a security license, right? That means you've got a sin too. That means, yeah. Of course I have a sin. I wouldn't have been able to get paid otherwise. Only criminals and lowlife go sinless. She runs her hands along her cyberdeck thinking, that means you can be traced, both of you. You gotta get spotted by a drone or a security camera, get ID'd by a retinal scanner, or try to use your cred stick or passport, and the HKPF will know just where to find you. I know the system identification number works, runner. Alright. We're just as screwed as you are, me and Iz. We were just listed as your accomplices, and we can't afford for you to get caught. You'll lead them to us one way or another. DNA samples, things we've told you, astral residue. Oh, that'd be a bastard. I don't know, cop stuff. We need to get your sins burned, delete you from the record books, all of them. All of them? Whoa, wait a minute. You want us to just erase our identities? Rub a hand across the scalp. Beyond the fact that that's insane, will that even work? If we burn our sins, go off the grid like that, won't they just redouble their efforts to find us? Condensate. Imagine playing a game of hide and seek with a siren strapped to your head, and would rather try to play. Would you rather try to hide with the siren or with the siren conspicuously absent? Yeah, let's just get on with it. We gotta ask for help. There's only one person we know that has that kind of pull it takes to burn us in and hide us from cops. Kindly, Chang. Like a walnut. Nice. Alright. She's what's known as a straw sandal, kind of a middle manager for the Yellow Lotus Syndicate. Their triad. Kindly, Cheng controls illegal activity in our neighborhood, smuggling, bootlegging, and counterfeiting. Sounds like my kind of scun. She leans in. This is no joke. Kindly Cheng controls a good-sized portion of Kowloon's underworld. She has soldiers, resources, she's smart, and she is not to be underestimated. Isabel's voice is hollow and flat. Taking favors from a woman like Kindly Chen is a good way to get yourself into indentured servitude. You don't want to owe favors to a woman like that. Ideally, you don't want to deal with her at all. That was Nightjar's job. What did we just tell you? She's got her fingers in everything, including brokering Shadowrunners for the corpse. Kindly Chen is our fixer. So, fixers are how Shadowrunners get their jobs. Basically like a fence to a thief for selling and bartering. Fixer fixes up jobs. That's how they got their name. So they'll give you a list of jobs and Looks like Kylie Cheng's gonna be our fixer. Just stay on her good side and you'll have nothing to worry about. Now let's get this done before one of you trips the APB and brings us all down to hell. Well, that was a lot of information, a lot of stories, so I'm gonna end it here, folks. If you like how I'm doing the series, subscribe, send a like, a favorite. Pretty much do whatever. I'll see you guys next week on Sunday.